since she's MacArthur, not McIntyre anymore. $244 medicine.
This is our friend, the other Wanda, Wanda Lubelska, and she did this. Is it painting? Is it a drawing?
It's a painting.
It's a painting.
It's an acrylic painting.
And the title of it is Wanda K. And I think it's quite accurate. This is what Wanda is.
I can pose next to it, so you can compare the accuracy of the painting.
All right. This goes up.
I think it's pretty accurate, actually.
And it's a long story about how we met, and this is probably the second day, or maybe this is another weekend. So we met on this beach here, but it was a different weather and probably was a weekend earlier, or maybe 2 weekends earlier. And it's another weekend together, and I'm really very impressed about these horseshoe crabs. And that's how we met. And this whole album here is kind of a documentation of the beginning of this whole story. I lived in Brooklyn, and Wanda came to visit, and then she came again to visit, and we watched some videos together. We went to visit some friends. That's Woodstock.
And then Roman started talking about getting a roommate.
Oh no, but the story about the roommate was that
a certain actress.
I went for Christmas to Warsaw, and there in Warsaw, well, there were some friends, and said there was this American young woman, and she needed a place to stay, so she stayed with us for a day or two, and she seemed like a very interesting person. I said, look, I'm renting.
She seemed like a very interesting person.
And I was renting this room, and I was sharing this apartment with 2 other guys, the Jasinki brothers, and I came back and I told Wanda, look, I met this interesting person, and she's an actress, and she has no place to stay here. I thought maybe we can share this apartment, and Wanda got extremely upset, and I had no idea
because
why
I was so gullible, and I thought that the only person Roman paid attention to was me. Like, see on this picture, I am putting on my heart, directly on my heart, all Roman's photographs. We talked about friends, and Roman suddenly said to me, as far as friends are concerned, I don't have any. And I was shocked because I considered myself his friend, and suddenly I learned that he didn't have any. So I started crying, and there was nothing that Roman could do to console me. And I still consider myself his friend.
And I still don't think I have anything. It's kind of, I think this is some
He's a lonely wolf.
I'm a lonely wolf. This is probably when our relationship was about ended, because this was one of those mornings. I remember it was spring, and then I had to sneak out and from this apartment in Chelsea, and then we went. There's the subway station on the corner of 14th Street and 7th Avenue, and Wanda was in a hurry to get to work. She worked at Wiley, or maybe it was already McGraw-Hill.
McGraw-Hill, yeah. Yeah, it was McGraw.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
And but she didn't have a token. We were in a hurry, and I had my tokens in my pockets. I gave her one. I said, well, you can. And I wanted $1 for this.
You can have a token. It's $1.
It's $1, and it wasn't really well received, and our relationship almost ended.
No.
There, but somehow we got over it and survived.
So I wasn't pushing, especially.
Well, but as far as telling as telling stories, I know there are all kinds of situations where our relationship could have ended. That maybe Wanda can say something about it, but she never really thought much about this institution of marriage.
No.
And of being together, and what
Together.
is it that one does together, and this kind of who does what and when, and so, and this was early in our relationship, and Wanda was my friend, and he's a kind of eccentric character. So like here we went to this very special trip. Stanford owns land, and there was a very special trip to see some Californian flowers, and here, what they were looking at, some of them with magnifying glass, and we didn't see many flowers, but clearly there were somewhere around. But it was a difficult visit too, because Wanda was there probably the first time in this
official capacity of a girlfriend.
Or a partner or a girlfriend, and somehow it was not.
And we didn't
easy.
know how to behave as a couple. Sort of being together versus the outside world.
Yeah.
And it took us a long time to learn how to behave in such situations.
Yeah, about it. So this was Easter time.